name is Shameka Williams, and I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland, but I now reside in Greenville, South Carolina. I attended cosmetology school at the Academy of Hair Tech, and I've been in the industry for 16 years now. Being a woman entrepreneur and also a woman of color, I just feel like you have to put in a tad bit more work because people already expect us to fail, or they label us as ghetto or angry black women. So I just feel like we always have to go above and beyond to prove that we're not just that and that we can be professional as well. I knew that being in the hair industry was for me when I realized I could actually do it without being paid for it. Like, to me, the biggest prize of it all is actually seeing the client happy and that feeling that they get when they're leaving, when they're getting up out of my chair and they just enjoy their hair and the service all together. Like, it's not just about the money for me. I would have to say my biggest supporters in the process of me becoming a hairstylist would be my mom, my grandmother, my sisters. My mom, no matter where we moved to, she always made sure I had a separate space to do hair at home before I was finished with school.
So I realized that Mika had talent. She is the oldest of 6 daughters, and she used to always help me do their hair. Well, once she turned like 12, she really got into doing hair, and I would actually let her style mine at times. I really enforced it. She didn't really care too much for school, but she's smart as a whip. 4.0 grade average. She missed a lot of days from school, but the problem was no teacher told me because she was passing all her tests. So they didn't feel the need to tell me that my child had been missing all these days from school. So when Mika dropped out, because she wasn't going, so they gave her an option. And one of her options was to get her GED or just do nothing. And you know, as black kids, they would prefer you to do nothing. But I always felt like I'm not going to let my children be failures. My goal was to make sure my children was better than me in everything that they decided to do with their lives. And I would never hold them back from anything. She took her GED test and she passed it with flying colors, so high with a grade average that colleges was calling for her to come to go to college, but she refused to do that. So eventually, after that week, I went to her and I said, Mika, what do you want to do? I call her Mika. Her name is Shameka, but her nickname was Mika. I said, Mika, what do you want to do? And she said, well, Mommy, I want to do hair. I said, okay, let's go sign you up. So I signed her up for hair. I paid for the classes, and she was very successful. And she actually went to school. So I knew that this was something she really wanted to do.
Some of the obstacles that me and some other stylists may face in the industry is obtaining and keeping our cosmetology licenses. I don't feel like it's impossible to keep up with it, but sometimes life happens. Sometimes, especially in the economy, you know, we had to go through COVID where the salons were closed. And so we had to take a 12-hour course, or 2 6-hour courses rather, to keep up with our cosmetology license. So during that time, you may not have been able to find someone who was having a class, or the classes kind of got expensive because now everybody is trying to find a way to keep money in their pockets due to the salons being closed. So it's just a lot sometimes as far as keeping it up. And once you let it lapse, it could be a challenge getting it back. And I'm kind of going through that myself right now. I haven't rented a booth in a while because I don't want to have to go through that. And also I don't want to put that on the salon owner because they can get a fine, I can get a fine. It's just not worth it. Performing services at home versus performing services in a salon, it's totally different. Like I said, you can get by with doing hair at home, but it's so much better in the salon. Like, I never knew how much I missed a shampoo bowl or a salon chair until I didn't have one. Sometimes you may have to have your clients come already shampooed just so you don't have to have them leaning over the sink. Versus in the salon, they can sit down, they can lay back, relax, get their hair shampooed. Some color services, you kind of don't want to do at home because you want to make sure all the color is rinsed out and all the chemicals out their hair. So again, they having to lean over the sink at home, you can't really do that. And to me, the shampoo is the most important part of the service, so I would prefer to be in the salon. I actually do have intentions on reinstating my license. It's kind of challenging for me because I have to actually get to Columbia to take state board, and I'm without a vehicle right now, but it's challenging, but it's not impossible. So I plan on getting it back very soon.
Focus. I think she needs to focus on that one thing and continue on that one thing and let that one thing grow, blossom, and bloom. Because guess what? You've already built your empire for your hair.
Don't quit. Like, never give up. No matter what today look like, tomorrow will always look different. It'll get better. It's not going to be an overnight success. Just whatever you do, keep going. No matter what it look like. Don't let anything get in your way. If there's something that you love to do, keep doing it. Keep pushing. Never give up.